back to my channel. So today I have this really fun, like glam, beautiful tutorial using this eyeshadow palette from Colourpop. This is their new mini 5-pan palette called Lyric. And if you guys have seen on my channel, I've done dedicated tutorials using all the palettes. This is actually my 4th palette that I've used, and I have one more to go. So if you guys want to see that, I will link all of my tutorials in the description box using these new mini palettes. So they did release 5 new mini palettes in the beginning of 2021, so that was really exciting, and I've been loving these little mini palettes. I think that they are so great, and I love the fact that you're getting like all different formulas in them. You're getting mattes, metallics, even pressed glitters in some of them. Like this one over here has this beautiful pressed glitter that I used, and I just love how versatile these little palettes have been. So I have one more palette to go to complete all my tutorials, so the 5 tutorials. So this has been my 4th tutorial using these mini little palettes, and I've just been loving them, as I said. So if you guys want to see how I got this bronze metallic glittery cut crease using this eyeshadow palette and this palette alone, then please keep on watching. So guys, in case any of you guys are wondering, I'll let you know what's on my lips. I actually use the Colourpop lip liner in the shade called BFF, and I also have this MAC lipstick in Creme de Nude on my lips over that, and then I also have this Colourpop So Juicy Plumping Gloss in the shade called Let It Happen, and I love this plumping gloss. The only thing is that it can get a little bit sticky. A little bit goes a long way with this gloss, but I love it, and I love this shade here. So if you guys are wondering what's on my lips in the video, then that is the lip combo that I'm wearing. Okay guys, so let's just get right into this tutorial. So as you guys can see, I do have this eye already done. I just decided to do this eye off camera because I had my creative juices flowing, so I wanted to just kind of create an eye look using this little palette over here. So first we're going to start by priming the eyelids with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original formula, and I do have some under eye setting powder underneath my eyes just to catch any fallout, and also I do have my brows done, so I will link my brow tutorial in the description box for you guys. So now I'm going to go into this beautiful kind of like mid-tone matte brown shade in this palette called Ode, and I'm going to use this big Colourpop E2 blending brush and just blend that all into my crease. I really love the shade. It's like almost like a deep chocolate matte brown, and I just think it's so pretty. So I'm just like blending that all in the crease and taking it pretty high because, as you guys can see, we did a little bit of a cut crease there. So I'm kind of taking that shadow towards the brow a little higher up. So now I'm going to go into that deeper, rich brown shade in the palette here called Verse, and I'm going to use this smaller Colourpop E9 brush, and I'm just going to deepen up that crease and really make sure that it's nice and defined. I just love those matte shades. I just think they're so pretty. I'm like so into these like rich milky browns, and that deeper brown there is so beautiful, and I just think that they're blending out really pretty, and you can see that they just are just really beautiful shadows. I love the shades. Okay, so I am going to do a cut crease, and I'm just going to focus it on the inner corner there. So I'm going to use my favorite concealer. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 00, and it's just their pure white concealer. So I always use this on my channel for cut creases. It's just my favorite. And for the cut crease, I'm going to use this Colourpop E4 brush, which is just like a flat concealer brush, and I really like this one also for cut creases. So we're just gonna create a nice kind of like higher cut crease that I would normally do. So I'm just gonna bring it above the natural crease line, just a little bit further up than I normally would, because I do want this look to be a little bit more glam and dramatic. So we're gonna make the cut crease a little bit bigger. corner. Not really touched with that concealer because I am going to go back in and really deepen up the outer corner with that matte brown shade. So I'm just focusing that concealer towards the inner corner of the eye there, so we don't have to worry about the outer corner too much. Okay, so before we go in with those beautiful metallics in the palette, I'm gonna go in with another favorite. This is the NYX Glitter Primer, and I love to do this whenever I use metallic shadows because it really does make them pop and last a lot longer on the lids. So I'm just gonna place that on with this same little concealer brush here from Colourpop, the E4 brush, and I'm gonna blend that just in the inner corner there where we have the white concealer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into that beautiful bronzy metallic shade there in the palette. I'm just gonna place that towards the middle and outer corner of my eye, and I'm gonna use this Colourpop E24 brush for that. As you can see, I'm just kind of like tapping that on the lid there because we do have that NYX Glitter Primer, which is really helping that metallic shadow just adhere really nicely to the lid. And I'm not really worrying much about the outer corner because I'm gonna go back in with that dark brown shade and really deepen up the outer corner of the eye. So I'm just packing in that beautiful bronze in the middle, and then we're gonna go in with that lighter gold on the inner corner and then the glitter. Okay, now going in with this smaller Colourpop E3 brush, I'm gonna go into this beautiful, bright, almost like yellow golden shade here in the palette. I actually dropped this palette when I first got it and this shade popped out and I had to like press it back in, but it's still okay, it's still doing good. So I managed to save this shade and I'm so happy because it's so pretty and I love this palette. So I'm just gonna go in now and place that shade on the inner corner there and kind of create an ombre effect with that beautiful bronze. Pretty, and a little bit of that shade goes a long way. As you guys can see, it's almost like a yellowy golden shade. It is so pretty, and I love the way the bronze and that shade look together. I think it's a really pretty ombre effect. So now using that same Colourpop E3 brush, I'm gonna go in with my favorite shade in this palette. This is a pressed glitter formula, and this one is called Unsung, and it is like the most beautiful, almost like a bronzy silver shade, and it's so pretty. I love this one, and I love their pressed glitters, so you do not need a primer for this. I'm gonna place that shade directly on top of that inner corner area where we have that light golden shade, and I'm kind of just gonna blend it towards the middle, but I'm not gonna take it too far. I don't wanna cover that bronze. So beautiful. As you guys can see, it just like stays on the lid so nicely, and a little bit of that also goes a long way. So I just placed that on the inner corner where we had that lighter golden shade, and I just think it's so pretty. So now I'm gonna go back in with that deep rich brown shade in the palette, and I'm gonna deepen the outer corner. For that, I'm gonna use this Colourpop E27 brush. Kind of taking that dark brown and creating a little bit of like a cat eye effect. So I'm just bringing it out towards the outer corner and just like smoking that out a little bit. So almost like a V towards the outer corner. Okay, so now I'm just gonna wipe away that under eye setting powder just with this fluffy brush here, and definitely caught any follow and just wipes away super easily and nicely without ruining the concealer, so I love doing that. Okay, so now to do the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back into this little pencil brush from Colourpop. This is their E27 brush, and I'm gonna go into that lighter matte brown shade in the palette called the Ode, and I'm just gonna smoke that on the lower lash line. really love this brown shade because it's like a warm, like chocolatey brown. It's not like obviously too warm, but it's definitely on the like milky chocolate side, and I think it's so pretty. I'm so into these like brown shades. And to deepen up that lower lash line furthermore, I'm gonna go in with this Colourpop E10 smaller pencil brush, and I'm gonna go back into that rich dark brown shade there called Verse, and I'm just gonna deepen up the lower lash line, focusing more towards the outer corner. And I'm using this small little brush from Colourpop. This is their E29 brush. I'm gonna go into that beautiful yellow golden shade, and I'm just gonna brighten up the inner corner even more with that shade and kind of bring it towards the lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go in with this Colourpop Creme Gel Liner. This one is in the shade called Joyride, and this is almost like a chocolatey cranberry shade. So it's really pretty, and it's gonna look nice in the waterline because it's kind of gonna like warm up the eyes a little bit. So I'm just gonna place that on the waterline. So now I'm gonna put some mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I'm gonna use this Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. So this is a newer mascara for me, so I'm going to just place some of this on my lashes. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pop on a pair of lashes that I actually got from eBay, so I will link that pair in the description box for you guys if you're curious. Okay guys, so that is the final look using this beautiful mini little palette here from Colourpop called Lyric, and I love this palette. I was looking forward to using it, and I'm so happy that I finally did. This is the 4th tutorial that I've done using one of the 5 new mini palettes that Colourpop released as part of their Love Struck collection. So I have one more palette to go out of the 5. So of course, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you guys want to see my previous tutorials and also the swatch video of every single shadow from all 5 palettes, then I will of course link that in the description box. So I have nothing but good things to say about this little palette over here. I just think it is so beautiful. It is just like the perfect like brown bronze little palette. So I love the fact that you get a bunch of different formulas in this little palette. You're getting 3 beautiful formulas. So you're getting 2 matte shadows, you have 2 metallics, and you also have 1 pressed glitter. So I just think that that's so cool that this little palette has so many different formulas, and you can honestly do so many looks with this palette. I love the fact that it's like kind of like a warm neutral palette, but it's not like really orangey, because I know that a lot of people aren't that crazy about like the super warm orange tone palette. So this is kind of like in the middle. You could totally create like a beautiful like bronze matte look. You can do obviously the glitter in there is stunning, the metallics. I love just that like bronze metallic in there. I think that all over the lid with one of the mattes in the crease would be just like a beautiful eye look. So I love this little palette here. I can't wait to use it again. So I definitely envision some more tutorials using this little palette. So if you guys want to see that, then give this video a thumbs up. I would love to know if you guys have a favorite palette from the collection. If you guys picked up any for yourself, please let me know in the comments. And guys, if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!